Hello and welcome to my final video. This is for the Fine Arts Final for Study Abroad. Question 1. What is the difference between art and non-art? I think the difference between art and non-art is internal. So I think art is something that you internalize, something that you see and you think about your own experiences, your own life, your own situations, and you kind of project your own stuff onto the canvas, or sculpture, or whatever it is. Non-art, I think, is intended to elicit a direct response, like a direct emotional response. So you see in a scary movie, someone pops out and scares you. I wouldn't consider that art, because it's just a basic human response. Pop out. There's no emotion. There's emotion involved, but there's no internal reflection involved. I think that's the way I want to say that. So art, internal reflection. Non-art, non-internal reflection. Number 2, how is seeing art in person instead of in a book different for you? I think seeing it in person is more personal. Seeing art in person is really cool because you can see the fine details of the art. You can see the brushwork. You can see if he's hesitant in the stroke, it's not fluid. You can see that. And a lot of the times, next to the piece of art, you'll see a description of why that is, or what was going on, or just little fun facts about the art. And I think that's cool. It's way more personal because you're seeing it in person instead of in a book, instead of a picture of the actual art. Number 3, what do you think about people risking their lives for some of the art you witnessed? I think that's bold. I think that's really important in today's society, because if you don't challenge authority, great atrocities can occur. Indeed. And I think that's great. They're not the atrocities, but challenging authority is important, because without it, we're all just sheep, and bad things like the Holocaust can happen, which is no bueno, and you don't want that. And so artists are free minds. They speak their minds. Sometimes they get into trouble and they risk their lives for it, but it's important stuff. So keep on at it. Explain the moments you experience wonder. I don't really know the definition of wonder that you want here, but I guess I would say when in the British Museum, when I walked into the Elgin Marble Room and I saw all the stuff from Greece and the Parthenon, and it was all just amazing artwork that's super old and stuff like that. I thought it was amazing. And there was a specific one, and it was I forgot what, it was a fight scene between a mythical creature and a gladiator. And hey, can y'all be quiet? I'm doing my Fine Arts Final. It's a video. Sorry about that. I don't have any privacy here. But yeah, so it was like a fight scene between a mythological character and then like a gladiator, and it was super cool. That's when I experienced wonder. How do you think this trip and your experience will affect your future self, and why? I think it'll affect, well, first of all, it makes me want to move to Europe. That's for sure. Because the food there was amazing and fresh, and I loved it. But it also makes me appreciate other cultures and all that good stuff, and realize that America isn't the only place out there. Alright, so my completed scrapbook. Well, I didn't know we were supposed to keep stuff from this trip, so I don't have a scrapbook. But I do have some items that I will show to you and explain as my scrapbook. So this is a lock, a backpack lock. And it's sentimental because there's a lot of pickpockets in Europe. And that was a big part of this trip. So I'll always have this lock because I got it for the trip. And I'll remember every time I'm in Europe that lock up your stuff so you don't get pickpocketed. Oh, and one of the girls almost got pickpocketed on this trip. There's a whole story behind that, so it's meaningful. Okay. Number 2. This is my Oyster card holder. I don't have the Oyster card anymore, but that's how we got around the tube in London. And so that's pretty cool. And then inside I have 2 Paris metro tickets from when I was riding the metro in Paris. And then this here is a outlet converter that I have now. They have different outlets over there. This is a souvenir from the Tate Modern. I'm pretty sure it's the Tate Modern. Yeah, it's the Tate Modern. And it's the lobster phone. And it's one of my favorite works of art from there. So I like that one. And then also I got this bad boy. It's my favorite molecule. So I got that tattoo in London. That'll be part of my scrapbook. And then, oops. And then this right here is a French quote that I got in Paris tattooed on my foot. And it means prevention is better than cure. And that's important to me because that's how I live my life. That's how I want to influence others. And I think it's cool that a French proverb like that could fit so well into my personality in my life. So there you go. That was my fine arts trip in Europe.